One of the other things that was really helpful to me, Prudence mentioned that this, we're sitting at the Cottle Net Zero Energy home here in San Jose, Silicon Valley area, and this is a certified passive house, but it's being certified through the PHIUS Plus certification system. So perhaps, Prudence, you can say a few words about that and its importance.
Yeah, so going back to the conversation we were just having about the HERS index being the common language between all of these different approaches to green building, one of the things that was a little bit unclear when we first started adopting Passive House here was, well, what is the actual field verification and testing process, and how can we standardize that with Passive Houses specifically so that we get recognition for these amazing projects in all of the other types of systems? We have that same common language. And what has come of that effort to really harmonize there on the field verification side is a program that essentially takes a HERS rater, a home energy rating system rater, that's had training in Passive House and specifically training in more advanced rating techniques, infrared imagery, the special types of blower door protocols that we're using with Passive House, because we're not just depressurizing, we're taking an average of both pressurization and depressurization, and gives them these additional more advanced skills that they need to really have consistent testing across all of the Passive Houses that are being enrolled in this program. By doing that, getting the same technique of tests, essentially the same checklist that every rater needs to go through, we'll be able to compile a really good database of like-to-like metrics amongst these Passive Houses in regards to the field verification. And really what it's all about for PHIUS is increasing adoption in the US. We think this standard is a really great standard. We think that it's the future, the way that high-performance building needs to go. And the more that we can have the numbers to show the public, to show builders and homeowners, and have consistency across those numbers, the easier it will be for folks to trust the system and to want to move forward with it.
That's great. That's great. That's really terrific. The one other thing that comes to mind when I think about being a student of Passive House, and as I hear you talk, I'm thinking back over the past years and how remarkable the progress is. My first conference, which is what I wanted to get to, that I went to, was another, because conferences is another activity that PHIUS sponsors and produces, are the national conferences that, where are we going to be this next year? Probably Chicago?
Yeah, it's looking like Chicago this year.
That were just amazing to me, because early in my learning process, a lot of this is kind of fuzzy and, well, I don't know. There's a lot of new, pretty I don't want to say esoteric, but new concepts. There's a lot of science and physics and new ideas that are like heating a building with a hairdryer, kind
right.
of, okay, you got to show that to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But going to the conferences was just amazing, because they were other early adopters and building scientists who had projects and technical advice in particular areas like mechanical systems, etc. So I highly recommend that go to conferences. And Prudence, maybe you can tell us where is that going? I missed this last year's conference, unfortunately, but how is the conference and where is that going?
The conferences are actually getting better and better. The one that we just recently had in the fall of 2011 was right outside of Washington, D.C., and the turnout was great. We filled up the place, and as we